I'm impressed. I didn't think we'd see the day. I thought they were going to ride this bitch out into the sunset and never have to think about it again. I also think that they're a little late to the party on this one, but who knows? Maybe they can fucking pull it off. The PUBG developers, PUBG Corp, has confirmed that they are, in fact, working on PUBG 2.0, as well as the mobile version of PUBG 2.0. I'm probably for over a year or almost 2 years now. It was apparent to me anyway that they desperately needed to fucking do, like, they needed to scrap PUBG because the engine and shit, unless they come up with some incredible overhauls, it ain't it. You know, like it controls awkwardly, it's jank, it's broken as fuck. They can only seem to fix it so much. You know, PUBG fundamentally didn't need to change that much, but like the game just felt old. I mean, it launched feeling old, and it never got younger. It did not find the fountain of youth at any point in time in its development. So, and yet, I mean, my God, if you were around, if you were part of the Twitch like world at that time when PUBG came out, holy shit, it was the phenomena. Like, there was DayZ, which was big. And then PUBG came out and it literally fucking encompassed everything. To the point where Fortnite was created as we know it because of PUBG blowing the fuck up. And they were like, we can't go this route with Fortnite, this original route with Fortnite, this tower defense thing isn't it, but you know what is it? PUBG. This battle royale shit is the future. And then they basically put a skeleton team of what seemed to be 4 people and a dog on it after it was a global phenomena, and the numbers just went meh, until they came up with a mobile version where it blew up, you know, out east, and that overtook and overshadowed the PC version. But my God, in my opinion, the amount of money they left on the table by just kind of like riding it out, coasting it out. Like, I remember when they came out with the fixed PUBG, like, they even had a website specifically. They were like, all right, guys, we're really committed, and here's a website. It was literally called, like, fixpubg.com or some shit. And it was, like, their roadmap for fixing stuff. Yeah, all that shit ain't fucking happened. Didn't happen. And they made, like, I remember they made, like, over $1 billion on this game, which was, like, almost unheard of. And I was just like, man, the amount of money that you guys could have fucking continued to make, and you just pissed away. So maybe PUBG 2 pulls it back. But in my opinion, I think they're a little late to the show. You know, it's going to be harder for them now. You know, it's like catching lightning in a bottle twice. You know, how do you fucking catch that shit twice? It's obviously likely to be huge, and going to continue to be huge in the East, especially in the mobile market. PUBG is fucking massive there in that category. But I don't know, do you think that if they do PUBG 2.0 and they're putting it on PC and shit, do you think that they get a resurgence?
Yeah.
Some sort of like capturing their youth.
Yeah.
Recapturing their youth. Do you think it takes over the Twitch sphere again like it did before?
Yeah.
Yeah, you think it's still got it in the tank?
Yeah. It definitely does. It definitely will too. Probably not for super long. Like, it'll come out, it'll do extremely well, and everybody will jump on the bandwagon. Yeah. Everybody will jump on the bandwagon. And if the game is actually good, then it'll have some legs. If the game is lackluster, then it'll fizzle out after a month. There'll be a new bit of a resurgence on Twitch for it to some degree. But, you know, Twitch has kind of turned into this. I feel like we're at the stage now with video games and Twitch, very similar to the remake, or these, I shouldn't say really remake, but the sequel world of movies back like 10 years ago, where
are we getting nostalgic?
Like all these sequels came out, and they had no business really coming out. Nobody really asked for it.
Nobody asked for Tom Cruise in The Mummy, Jeff.
Nobody did, right?
No.
And the thing is like people also are so desperate to have that feeling again and have some excitement again, and relive a time. Is
this like a drug addiction where you got the highs really easy early on, but now in order to get high again, you got to go like fucking 58 times deeper? And now it's just that the high's going to be like the game's going to hit even harder than before to get you excited. And now we're hoping that PUBG 2 is that they were chasing the dragon.
I mean, listen, the best analogy I can put it is this.
Does it involve a dick?
It does.
Okay.
I would say this. All right. You got your high school sweetheart.
Okay.
All right.
She's back again.
You're in high school. You have a relationship. Yeah. Everything is good. You have so many firsts together. The first time you busted a nut on someone's left cheek. The fucking the first time you went on vacation. The first Christmas together as a couple. All the firsts. It's exciting. It's big and it lasts a lifetime.
Yeah.
Because you always will remember the firsts for many, many things. Anything significant. I mean, it could be as small as your first road trip. You know, if you went with your girlfriend or boyfriend in high school or whenever, it's going to be seared into your mind. And then all your other future road trips is going to be compared to that one. And you'll be able to, oh, yeah, back. So, you know, good times. But then things went bad. Now, it's either it went bad or you just grew apart. Your interest changed. And, you know, when it comes to games like PUBG, it's like, hey, you know what? We've been in a relationship. Things are pretty good. It's up and down. It's okay. It's not really exciting anymore. There's things that annoy me, but I'm sure there's things about me that annoy you. You know, it's just like it's give and take. So all of a sudden you just decide, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just walk away from this relationship. You know, I'm going to go and now spend some time with this new girl or guy. And that could be Apex. That could be, whatever shooter game was out at the time. Different one. Fortnite, whatever the case may be. And you get the honeymoon phase. Oh my God, things are excited. There's so much hype. It's great. Oh, I'm gonna be number one. I'm gonna be legendary. I'm grandmasters. You grind. But then after time, you realize it's just like the last relationship. It gets stale. It's not really doing it for you. And then there's some people that have fallen in love with PUBG and never left. You know, the high school sweethearts that actually made it. You know, the ones like the 1 in 50 you see where you're like, holy shit, they're still together. Yeah. They did not, you know, they, for whatever reason, whether they parted ways for a small little bit, fucked around, had some other dick, had some other vagina, had some other dick or vagina, whatever it is. And you just realize like, nah, you know what? That ain't it. I thought maybe I wanted that, but turns out, no, I had it pretty good at home. So they ended up getting married and having kids, and you know, it is what it is. And there's some people that played PUBG that's the same way. There's some people that played Fortnite that never jumped on the other bandwagons. There's some that, anyway, more time goes on. You've moved on now. Maybe you've moved to a different province or state. You occasionally think about your ex, your high school sweetheart. Sometimes you go on Facebook and what is that person up to? And then you just kind of close it.
It's bad choice, by the way. Don't do that. That's terrible.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
It's bad.
Yeah, don't do that. It's not a good.
Don't be that person.
Yeah, especially if you're not in the right headspace. Don't do that. Don't do that. But here we go. Here it is. Here's the big one. Here's the kicker. You've moved away. All this other stuff. You've moved on with your life. You just maybe occasionally creep on Facebook or Instagram. But the next thing you know it, you get a little DM. Like, what's this? And you see it. PUBG 2.0. You see this. The ex-girlfriend, the high school sweetheart. Hey, how are you doing? I just moved into town. I just noticed you lived here.
We should have a coffee and catch up sometime.
We should go have a coffee. What do you say as friends? And then all of a sudden, you go, I could go for some caffeine right now.
I don't even drink coffee, but
I don't drink coffee, but
okay.
I'll try it out. I hear they got some really good beans over at this other spot here that they bring in. It's real nice. So you know what you do? You start getting excited.
Yeah.
You start going, oh, you know what? Maybe it really wasn't that bad before. Maybe, just maybe, it'll keep the good things about the relationship, and they've learned while they've been gone, and I've learned while I was gone, and now we know where the mistakes were made, and maybe, just maybe, now we can kind of turn this into a new relationship where now we both have some experiences. You know, I've played some Fortnite. I played some Apex. I've played this. I played that. I know what I like, and there's certain things about all of them that I like, but you know what? This 2.0 version, it almost seems as though they've taken parts that I love of each and almost like combined it into one package.
The rose-tinted glasses are strong.
Yeah, like this is I think this could be good.
Some Yoko Ono shit.
So what do? You go and grab coffee. You go and grab coffee. Now, some people go, you know what? I fucking hate coffee. Fuck you. And they don't go for coffee. They let the past die. They've moved on. The piece that they got now, the partner they have now, I know what it was like before. I ain't dealing with the smoke and mirrors. I'm not doing it. You can't trick me. But there's tons of people that right now are desperate for an experience, something new, but not too new. They want something familiar, but new enough to feel like it isn't going to be the bad on what it used to be. So I bring this all the way around to say, yes, PUBG 2.0, when that comes out, almost everybody that played that game in some way, shape, or form, you included.
Oh, I'm gonna play PUBG 2.0.
We'll buy that game.
100%.
We'll play that game.
Yes.
And you will ultimately make a decision if it's better or worse or the same. But at the very least, you're going to go for coffee. And the real question is, how strong is the caffeine?
You don't drink coffee, but does it turn out that you like it anyway?
How strong is the caffeine?
Well, that went from a dick analogy to a caffeine analogy in the span of that, but we made it, and it's true. I would agree. At the very least, PUBG 2.0, like, has its time in the sun, and we'll see how long it can stay up there. Right? It's not a question of is it going to be popular on Twitch, because it will be. It's just
how long?
How long is the staying power? Right? Now, with the amount of money that they've made on PUBG, if they can't make a fucking god-tier game, then they should probably just stop developing video games at this point. I just gotta be honest with you.
Or keep developing if they're gonna make billions of dollars. I mean, you could go ahead and do that too, but yes, I know what you're saying.
Think of the skeleton team they had on the PC version before Tencent moved in and they made the mobile version of the game, and they were just that core. Like, think of how few people were on that game and how much money it was making, despite how broken it was. Now, envision PUBG not fucking broken and actually good.
Yeah.
The money would just be like fucking printing press for PUBG. But we'll have to wait and see. Well, they've confirmed it, but we don't know anything more than that. So we'll have to see when that one drops.